Here's a face you may recognize. Cody Calafiore, a 29-year-old from Howell, New Jersey, who recently won Big Brother 22 All-Stars on CBS. Cody's kept a pretty low profile since winning Big Brother by a unanimous 9-0 jury vote. So let's find out what he's been up to.
I'm turning 30 in another month and a half. I'm ready to settle down and have a family, and so I want to make sure that money is something that can help me in that part of my life.
Calafiore was runner-up on the reality television series back in 2014. But this time, Cody proved right out of the gate that he returned to Big Brother to win.
First time being younger, being 23, it seemed like a vacation. It was like something cool after college to do. I wasn't in the mental headspace to really go and know what I needed to put into it to win. I was just enjoying it and being myself. The second time was grueling. The second time mentally was a lot because I was way more involved in the game. Physically, the stress from that, I lost a ton of weight. And so like emotionally, there's just so much going on.
As a parent, it's very tough because there's so many different things that are going on in the show. And then you also have the outside of the show aspect that you're dealing with. Every time one of them have been on, I lose about 7 to 10 pounds just from stress alone.
During the October 28th season finale, the Howell native served as one of 3 remaining contestants: Nicole Franzel, Enzo Palumbo, and Calafiore. And it was a bitter ending, especially for Nicole.
Yeah, it was really bad. Nicole and I still am giving her space. So we haven't really talked about it because I know it was really, really tough for her because she really did feel like her and I were going to the end together. And Enzo felt the same way. I talked to Enzo because it's a little easier to talk to Enzo. I brought him to the final 2 and he got extra money. And so our relationship is the same as it was in the house.
And if a show ever made sense to air in a quarantine, it would be a show based on quarantining.
The anxiety and the edge got taken off. I woke up every day with a nervousness and a tightness in my chest thinking, oh my God, is this COVID? No, it's just me being anxious every single day. And then I go into the Big Brother house and your focus is the game. The pandemic is going on and you don't forget about it, but the focus is the game. Nobody was allowed in there. It was just us 16 house guests from the start to the finish. So you didn't have to worry am I gonna go to the store and get COVID? Or is somebody gonna come near me and give me COVID? You were in there, we were tested every single week.
Anybody that goes into that house, when they come out, they're mentally shot because most people don't understand that the whole concept of the game is to make you as paranoid and isolated as possible.
Cody's father, Paul, can speak not only of Cody, but also his other son, Paulie, who was a contestant on the show. He's been a fan since season 1.
So a lot of these people, it takes them months to years to get back to normal. Last time he was in the house the first time, he was younger, but it took him almost a full year before the kid that went in was back to normal.
As a dad, what was the most challenging part for you?
Just having a kid in that house. That is the most challenging, because you have no access. You can't talk to him. If there's an emergency, you have no way of communicating.
So now that Cody's returned home a winner of a whopping $500,000 cash prize, his plans are to return to coaching soccer and continuing his work in real estate. CBS has renewed the series for a 23rd season, slated to air next summer. Reporting for New Jersey News Network, I'm Kimberly Kravitz.